Damn.
This is the face of someone crying for help. He just wants to get laid, chat. And as as the journalists have proven, he can't do it at work. So he has to go out on dates. And they go home and Google him, and he's basically the devil.
Bill Gates was in on Epstein? Oh, yeah. Absolutely, Bill.
All right, so yeah, there's a lot of shit coming out with Blizzard. I think Bobby has made comments. I heard that Asman never ate fruits or veg. Nah, $2 steaks and a potato. That is the meal of a god. All he needs to eat. The odd cookie, I think. I think he likes cookies. But we'll dive in. See some Blizzard stuff. I couldn't find. I think he's just reacted to some stuff that's come out on like Reddit and stuff. So we'll actually react to him. So we'll react to the React man himself, Asman. You're a god. Not on this video.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Bobby did an interview. I went and I replied. See, Bobby says playing games is such a visceral experience. We're getting to the point that the game itself is able to create its own content in real time. That will be exquisite. And I replied back and I said, crazy that Bobby could take the time between making Diablo 4 and making Dragonflight at the same time to do this interview. Really goes to show how much he cares about the players. So true. So Bobby did another interview. Now
I like Sark's comment at the bottom. He's got time skipping Overwatch 2. No Overwatch 2. Bobby did an interview.
This interview has received 60 likes and 300 replies, which is the original actual ratio. Let's go ahead and see what he's 60 years old now. The executive says he has been both humbled and outraged by what he considers malicious distortions about the company that he has taken to great heights over 32 years. He makes no apologies for Activision or its culture. He says the company is preparing to release a slew of data drawn from the EEOC investigation that hopes will combat the perception that Activision was run as a frat house. For a company with 17,000 employees worldwide, Cockdick asserts, Activision has had a relatively low level of harassment and assault complaints.
What's the bar on that? Ew, Asman. We love Asman. What's the bar on that? They've had so many. Nah? What? Jesus Christ. They haven't had that many. They had to rename a character to try and, like, bury some sexual harassment shit. You guys remember McCree? I don't. He's cringe, but sometimes funny. He's alright. I like Asman.
Though he says he'll release a transparency report and that will provide exculpatory data from outside entities, he acknowledges the stain left by sweeping allegations will be hard to
Transparency report? Is it just going to be the, like, roadmap for Overwatch 2? It's so thin, you can see through it. Cringe follows cringe. What's Cree? All I know is Cassidy guy. All I know is Cole Cassidy.
Combat with pie charts and statistical tables. We've had a possible form of investigation done, and we did not have a systematic issue with harassment ever. We didn't have any of what were mischaracterizations reported in the media, Cockdick asserts. But what we did have is a very aggressive labor movement working hard to try to destabilize the company. So what Bobby's really saying here is that here's the truth.
Yes, Alex, that was them with the Bill Cosby suite.
Is that this guy is just trying to make games, and these fucking unions, these lazy fucks, are trying to ruin his legacy. He got set up.
He's innocent, chat. He's innocent. Bobby's innocent. He done that, and he just wants to make good game. That's all he cares about. There's no way he's done the majority of the shit we've gone through. He didn't sit in a boardroom and say, make Diablo a mobile game. He didn't go into the staff fridge in the staff like eating area and steal other people's breast milk. He just wants to make video game. He didn't say, let's scrap the single player. He wants Overwatch 2 to have PvE. He didn't do the Bill Cosby suite. He just wanted to make video game.
They're here to make him look bad. My boys are trying to take the company from me. Yep, there it is. I mean, what do you even say about it, right? I mean, in November of 2021, after allegations about the company were reported in depth by the Wall Street Journal, about 1,000 employees signed a public petition urging Cockdick to resign as CEO. Again? They've tried to kick him out before as well? Jesus Christ. See, they're just trying to take him down, chat. They're just trying to take my boy Bobby down. He just wants to make video games. They won't let him. They just won't let him. Cockdick sees regulators fanning the flames that led to the Journal's exposés. He believes his biggest mistake was failing to forcefully defend the company and his legacy to the Journal and his public statements. Bobby literally called somebody and threatened to have them killed.
What the fuck?
Look it up. Bobby also was on Epstein's black book list. Let's see, what else? I feel like those are pretty bad.
Of course, trust me, bro.
Oh, he wrote out statements.
To be fair, I feel like I don't need to double check, to be honest with Asmon. He usually knows this shit. He is massive in Blizzard. Not like massive in Blizzard. Like, there's not pictures of him next to Bobby and all the stuff. But like, he's been playing like World of Warcraft for like since day dot, right? We could look at chat. Do you really want us to look this up? I generally will. I believe this shit.
And then hired this woman, I think her name is Townsend or something like that, to publish the statements under her name because she was a woman who previously worked under the George W. Bush administration during the Iraq War. Well, he hired her and then had her put out statements that he wrote and put them out in her name. These are all things that we all know happened. Maybe the harassment isn't as bad as the media made it out to be. But there were some other Bobby L's, huh? I mean, I don't know. How can you be an L?
3 hours, 44 minutes, and 40 seconds. Are you doing a countdown for Diablo 4? Is that what that means, Marla? I'm not. Bobby is.
Like, I feel like these were some other pretty bad L's. Yeah, these are just the ones that we know about. I can think of right off the top of my head. He's as bad as the Clintons? I don't know. Like, I have no idea.
Statement?
I would never state that, but I think that it is extremely suspicious and very weird that a lot of people were in Jeffrey Epstein's black book and there was never an investigation, people were never named, and nothing ever happened. I find that to be very interesting.
Okay, he's in the black book, but doesn't mean Luta Island. Okay.
Bob,
we've got some proof though. I generally do like agree with, not like agree with, but I usually think Asmon does his due diligence before he says stuff. He doesn't tend to say stuff that he can't back. And like his tweet said, they probably already all know this. Probably discussed it before. I don't know too much. All the stuff I know revolves around Overwatch. That's the only real time I've really got involved with Activision Blizzard, or just Blizzard. Actually, I played a bit of WoW, but that was when I was a kid.
Bobby wanted people to stop using the photos of him with horns because what kept happening is he'd go on dates with girls and then the girls would come home and look him up on the internet and they would see the photos of him with horns on and then they wouldn't want to date him anymore.
Bro. Dude, okay. The sexual harassment and stuff. that's shit. But the community is cock blocking him now. Come on, guys. We've taken it too far. I think everyone in the Black Book was engaging in sus shit. I believe it.
Which, I mean, like, I get that sucks, right? I mean, it does, but damn.
This is the face of someone crying for help. He just wants to get laid, chat. And as the journalists have proven, he can't do it at work. So he has to go out on dates. And they go home and Google him, and he's basically the devil.
Bill Gates was in on Epstein? Oh, yeah, absolutely Bill Gates. Bill Gates was extremely involved. Yeah, I heard, like, then Jeffrey Epstein, extorted him because Bill Gates was hooking up with this other girl. Yeah, I saw that. I thought that was kind of... Like, if that's all Jeffrey Epstein ever did, it would have been kind of funny. But the problem was the other really bad stuff. Clinton flew to Epstein's Island 26 times? No. Bill Clinton flew to Epstein's Islands at least 26 times.
The times that we know of.
So, yeah. It was an aggressive labor movement that was created in order to make him look bad. And Asma was right, not a week without some Blizzard drama. Oh, yeah. It's about time they rewrite history.
This content cow just keeps giving. It just never ends, man.
Investigated after they were settled, never happened, blown out of proportion, all made up.
Are there other allegations that he hired a hitman? He threatened it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, exactly. He said not a systematic problem, so what he means is it's not his fault and he doesn't take responsibility for anything. I mean, I could even say it's probably not a system. Well, I would say, actually, with how much problems that people had with HR is the system. So, like, if HR isn't solving the problems and they're perpetuating them, I would say it's pretty much a system.
Oh no, Bobby's off the breast milk again. Jesus Christ.
Systematic problem. Let's be honest. But yeah, keep in mind, guys, that no matter what you do, Bobby is still the CEO. Despite all of this.
Yeah, all you guys get excited for Diablo, just know where it's coming from.
And does anybody think that this will even slightly move the needle towards him not being the CEO?
No. No way.
No, it will not. Because we're living in Bobby's world. That's all there is to it.
It's Bobby's world. We're just living in it.
Brings to shareholders, and the truth is, Bobby makes a lot of money. Yep. It's Bobby's world, and we're just living in it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. It's his fucking company. Nobody can do fucking shit against him. It's his fucking company, and nobody can do fucking shit against him. Will this get him a raise? Yeah, probably. Because
he just gives himself a raise, right? I done an interview today, man. That is worth a couple of... how much money do we save on Overwatch PvE? I'll have that.
a lot of people that read this, like, they'll read, like, some newspaper article or some shit like that. They won't even know. They'll just think this guy got made out to look like an asshole, you know? They don't even have any idea. Blizzard can make a movie about him. Oh, yeah.
I deserve that raise.
Speaking of Bobby, so there's a guy, I saw this on Twitter. So there's a guy here who fucking made a fucking character in WoW. He says, I wrote lampooning jokes, generic corporate greed for a venture company loot goblin, very in character, but then leadership walked face first into the joke after Stringlock while my focus was getting the patch done. Because of their embarrassment, I'm no longer at Blizzard.
Wait, what?
This dude got fucking fired. 9 years up in smoke without question because someone looked at an innocuous joke and saw a reflection.
Oh, so he made a joke when he was testing out a patch. He got fucking fired, dude.
They made sure to hustle and get me out before the end of the month in full knowledge that benefits would expire the next day. Funny how it was good enough for marketing and promoting the game before, during, and after I was separated. They took it down after I pointed out the hypocrisy. No consideration or trust extended. Just let me ask you what my intentions were for the character. No polite request for me to handle it and hotfix.
Are you guys reading like what they put in? So it's just like the loot specialist is like fighters keepers. First try, I saw it first. Like all this standard shit you would expect. It's like, this is cool. This is a cost of living adjustment. I guarantee you that's been something that's talked about a lot behind closed doors.
Some lines because of circumstances.
I'm gonna get back into the office.
I did. It was live for almost a week, and then they got hotfixed. Off my termination process began behind my back after someone very high at the company was playing the content and saw the lines. You know what? This actually makes me think he might be lying, because it means that somebody that was very high up in the executive management was actually playing World of Warcraft and paying attention to it. Yeah, I don't know if I believe this anymore. What were some of the statements? Finders keepers. Heh, first try. I saw it first. I thought it was free. It was free for all. I've come in below estimates. If only I was a master looter. Knock it off, bub. Later, sucker. Let's call this a cost of living adjustment. Looks like another yacht for me. No profit sharing. Time to go back to the office.
It's all stuff that could you would see in the game and just be like, oh yeah, that's kind of funny. But yeah, like you said, someone must have looked at that and thought, he's taking Dick's ass.
Oh man. And the guy's name in the game was called Venture Company Loot Goblin. And they fucking fired him. Oh my god.
Get him out,
That's
man.
not even bad though for a goblin. Yeah, but imagine if you're Bobby. You think you're gonna let this slide? A bit on the nose, don't you think? Yeah. I mean, you're gonna let this slide?
See, chat, even the goblins are out to get Bobby. He just wants to make video game. And the goblins keep talking shit.
Oh, no way. I think Bobby'd be okay with that. It's a bit unprofessional, still funny though. Yeah, I could get why they would want him to remove it, like, and yeah, sure. But like, it is funny.
Yeah, it is bad. Like it's stuff you could see in a game, yeah, and it would be funny. Yeah, you're right, Alex. It's still like, yeah, it's going against the company in the game that they're making. There was going to be repercussions. Instant termination might be a bit harsh. Guy had almost 10 year. Like, yeah, asked to be removed and a warning, not fired. Like I said, 10 years, man. He at least is owed that, right? It's not like some intern that started 2 months ago and is on probation. Like, this is like an OG.
It is very fucking funny. Bad things will happen whenever... Yeah, that's the thing, right? Bad things will happen whenever you talk shit to the main character. This guy thought that he could step to the main character in the game.
Nah.
Not sure about the U.S. law. You get away with firing a person one day before benefits kick in. I don't know. That's his problem. I have no idea. Looks like another yacht for me. Man. They used it for marketing. Very common Blizzard L these days. We actually...
What do they give a notice? Not if it's not if they spin it as like his like going against the company. Like that could be like an instant termination. The same thing if you're like Gresp's got out. Like it's the same if you were stealing supplies from an office. Technically to be fired, like if they wanted to basically lay off someone, they would have to do a notice. If they caught you stealing company products, or company belongings or whatever, company property, instant termination. There are ways in your contract that they can fire you instantly. Who doesn't steal stationery from the office? And yeah, Marlon's right. Laws might be different as well. But I think that sort of applies to us here anyway in the UK. If you're caught stealing company property, that instant termination. That paperclip is mine, bitch.
Actually had 2 Blizzard dramas in one day. That's impressive. Usually we only get 1 a week.
That's
the
the
lines
W.
are generic and in the character for lore. So if someone higher up felt it was a little too on the nose, it sounds like a personal issue requiring some self-reflection. I think that the guy, I mean, what do you think the odds are
America.
that, like,
In Texas, you could fire someone just because you don't like them. Is that true?
he wasn't thinking of Bobby whenever he did this, right? I think he kind of was. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Of course he was. Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, I can't say for sure.
Nah, he's definitely about Bobby. I say goblins are out to get him. The Texas employment at will state an employer can fire an employee at any time for any lawful reason. Any lawful reason for termination may include a bad reason or no reason at all. How do you do that? Like, what's the reason you're firing them? No reason. All right. Fair enough, I guess. Just realized my green screen keeps, like, attaching to my hair. Like, it thinks my hair is green. There we go. Texas, baby. Your hair is awful, not green. Oh my god, dude. Holy shit. Fuck. I don't know how Bobby feels now. Everyone's out to get you.
But, you know, I mean, especially with the going back to the office stuff, it's a lot like Blizzard. I mean, who knows?
But it's also a term, and everyone talks about this. Like, it's not just Blizzard. Everyone's like, oh, come back to the office. It's a meme in itself now. Yeah, he probably was thinking about Bobby, but it also would have just been anyone who read that would either see that implication of, like, Bobby, if they're into, like, all this drama and all this scandals and shit, or just think it's just a funny little goblin saying funny little goblin things. It's not that bad. It's not like they sort of moved a few letters around. The boblin. The goblin is called, like, Bobby. It, like, spelt differently or something. Not really appropriate though, is it? I mean, how else do you voice concerns with a company that are not listening to you? Your hair is just so bad, it thought it needed a change. Ah, you're ruthless tonight. Holy shit.
Either way, I think this shit's funny. Yeah, I don't know I don't know how it's that big of a deal. Only people will know. Yeah, you can't know at all. He mentioned a yacht and going back to the office, asking to get fired. Yep. They have to have a reason to fire him. He could sue for illegitimate termination. I don't know. I've got no idea. The yacht line seemed a little risky. Oh.
The yacht line, I don't think even is that as bad. I think the going back into the office one is what makes it really sus. Seeing something like that in a World of Warcraft game, you're going to be like, wait a minute. What? I don't think it's as bad as it's been made out to be, but Bobby didn't like it.
Ooh. There's a certain kind of wealthy you don't need to be able to laugh about yourself anymore. It's Bobby's world and we're just living in it. Ooh. Ooh, that is true.
Yeah, I agree with the comment below that, where it's like, I actually think time to go back to the office line was what triggered the exec due to how controversial the work from home policy change was. I think that's the one that was like, okay, this guy needs to stop. I can't believe say he's buying a yacht. Like, whatever, man. It's because he can't see himself as cute. The hair keeps destroying the mirrors. We don't have mirrors in the house because I don't want to see my reflection.
I think it's sad that this guy got fired. It is, because, like, not only does the dude lose his job, but, like, I think it's funny. Like,
I feel like someone who does this is probably like wanting out now anyway. If there's a way, it's kind of like handing your resignation on like a napkin or something, right? It's just like a statement. Why do we have to see it in the camera then? Because I hate you and I want you to suffer. That's hot. Yeah, I feel like he's probably on his way out. He might even have another offer somewhere else. A lot of these developers look around even while they're still working. And to be honest, I don't think Activision Blizzard is a company people are that interested in joining now. Especially if you're a woman. I didn't comment on the hair. I like it. Thank you, Dee. See? I wish you guys would say nice and cute things to me. Dee's the only one. Because it seems like it's green. Alright, fuck you, Dee. It's silver. And it's reflecting the blue light. Your hair is shit. Marlon, ban yourself. It's so green. It's not. It's the saturation is up and the light's reflecting off it. It's silver. A little bit of blue. A little bit. But it will unban angry Marlon. It will turn more and more silver as it fades. It'll be like it used to look, chat. Where it was like white. Green. Alright. I hate you all. I hate you all. You know what? For that, we'll watch another video. We've got time to watch this and then finish Bramble. I can't wait till we get to Frosted Tips Saga 2.0.